I still remember that night. The night Isabella disappeared. It's been 7 years now, and sometimes I still hear her laughter echoing in my head, soft, bright, full of life. Isabella wasn't just my best friend. She was the kind of person who made silence feel safe, the kind of girl who'd light up a room just by walking in. She was 25, artistic, curious, and beautifully unpredictable. We shared a small apartment in Brooklyn, right above a coffee shop that always smelled like burnt espresso and cinnamon. That evening, October 14, 2018, the city lights had a strange glow, like they were warning us of something. Isabella had just come home from her shift at the art gallery on Fifth Avenue. She tossed her jacket on the chair and laughed, saying, "You wouldn't believe what happened today, Claire." "That's me, Claire." I smiled, not knowing it would be the last real conversation we'd ever have. She told me a man had come into the gallery that afternoon. He didn't say much, just stood there, staring at one of her paintings. It was a portrait she'd spent months perfecting, a self-portrait, deep and haunting. When she asked if he liked it, he only said, "You've captured something that shouldn't be seen." I laughed when she told me, but she didn't. Her smile faded just a little too quickly. That night, she said she needed some air, to clear her mind. She wrapped her scarf around her neck, grabbed her phone, and left. The clock on the kitchen wall read 9:32 p.m. The sound of the door clicking shut felt different. She never came back. 2 days later, I reported her missing. The NYPD searched everywhere, parks, subway stations, hospitals, but nothing. Her phone last pinged near the East River, around 10:04 p.m. that night. But there's something I never told them. At 3 a.m., I woke up to my phone buzzing. An unknown number. When I answered, no one spoke. Just faint breathing, and then a whisper. "Don't look for me." The call last. When she left, she forgot her sketchbook on the table. The man took it with him. The call lasted 7 seconds. When I checked the number later, it didn't exist. That's when I knew something wasn't right. For weeks after Isabella vanished, I tried to hold myself together. Friends came by with casseroles, detectives took statements, neighbors whispered, and then life moved on. Except for me. I couldn't move on, not without answers. I started retracing her steps. The first place I went was the gallery. It was quiet, colder than I remembered. Her paintings still hung on the walls. Colors that once felt alive now looked like memories fading in the dark. The manager handed me a small piece of paper he found in her drawer. It was a receipt, time-stamped 8:47 p.m., from a cafe 3 blocks away. But at the bottom, in blue ink, someone had written, "Don't let him in." It wasn't her handwriting. I went to that cafe myself. The barista remembered her. Said she sat by the window sketching in her notebook. Then, a man joined her. Tall, dark coat. Didn't order anything. He just sat there, staring at her drawing. That detail, it never left me. For a week, I couldn't sleep. That whisper kept playing in my mind, "Don't look for me." It didn't sound like a threat anymore. It sounded like a plea. I searched Isabella's room again. And that's when I found it, a small wooden box hidden under a loose panel beneath her bed. Inside, old photos, ticket stubs, and a folded letter. Same blue ink as the cafe note. It read, "If something happens to me, don't tell my mother. He said he knows where I live, and where you live too. Please, Claire, don't come looking." My hands went cold. The letter was dated 2 weeks before she disappeared. I took it to the police. They filed it, said they'd look into it. But that night, when I came home, there was a note slipped under my door. "You should have listened to her." The next morning, my window was open, even though I'd locked it. That's when I decided I wouldn't stop until I found out who he was. His name was Daniel Cross, an art collector known for buying dark, emotional portraits. He'd visited Isabella's gallery months earlier, offering to buy her painting The Silent Room. But she refused. No one knew why. I found his name in an old exhibition catalog with an address in Lower Manhattan. It took me 3 days to gather the courage to go there. The building was quiet, nearly abandoned. I climbed the stairs and found a studio door marked D. Cross, private. I knocked. No answer. The door wasn't locked. Inside, it smelled of old paint and turpentine. Canvases lined the walls, strange faces, haunting eyes, all women. And then I saw it, in the center of the room. A painting. It was Isabella. Her eyes were closed, her hair falling over her shoulder, the background swirling with gray and blue. At the bottom corner, a faint date written in pencil. October 14th, 2018. The night she disappeared. Then I heard a whisper. A woman's voice. Claire. I froze. It was her voice. I pulled back a curtain, no one there. Only a small tape recorder, still running. I pressed play. Isabella's voice came through, trembling. If you're hearing this, I didn't make it out. He said my art shows what shouldn't exist, that it captures souls. He told me if you paint someone with enough pain, you trap a piece of them inside. I didn't believe him, until he asked me to paint myself. The recording ended with 3 slow knocks. Then silence. I turned toward the painting. Her eyes were open now. I ran out of that building and never went back. The next morning, the police checked the address, but the studio was gone. Empty. No sign of Daniel Cross. No record he ever existed. But sometimes, late at night, when I walk past the old gallery, I see a faint light flicker inside. And for a moment, I swear I see her, standing by the window, brush in hand, painting. Still trying to finish her story. It's been 7 years now. People tell me to move on, to let her go. But I can't. Because sometimes, when I paint late at night, I feel a presence behind me. And when I turn around, there are brushstrokes on my canvas I didn't make. They look like her hands. Like she's still here, helping me finish what she started. I remember that night. The night Isabella disappeared.